Welcome to our House of Crab perfect gameplay commentary on level 40. And what I mean by perfect gameplay is that we get the most amount of coins from each customer. And I mentioned what this is all about in the sports bar video, and if you could check that out, that'd be great. Okay, so for this one, I want to focus on the tactic of not collecting the coins. Before we do that, there's going to be 4 customers that come up that have to be dealt with. So this is going to be like the most difficult part, and you can get through it by sort of memorizing it or just being extra quick. Okay, here's an interesting one. The guy wants 2 green drinks and a crab. So it's important here that you do not give him the crab first. If you give him the crab first, you cannot do perfect gameplay. You're going to lose a coin waiting for the second green drink to come after you give him the green drink. So you have to give him the green drink first and then give him the other 2 after the other green drink comes out. Okay, so now we've given all 4 customers their thing. So notice I didn't take the coins off the bench because this way I get time to prepare all the meals before the next customer comes. And this works very well with the extra clients upgrade because that'll give you more customers, and if you can serve customers slightly quicker than average, you'll get a time bank that you can use to prepare meals. Now when I took the coins, I took the coins in the middle because those are the spots that are closest to your dishes. I don't want to drag the dishes all the way from the middle to the outside. So I'm only clearing the coins in the middle. And depending on how fast you want to do it, you can clear it 2 at a time. As long as you just maintain the minimum pace you need to finish the game. So this level is not that hard compared to other levels because most of the items, well, in fact, none of the items are single order items. The only time you really have to prepare in advance is when someone just wants one thing, because if he wants one thing, you have to just give it to him straight away. If you don't, you'll lose money and you can't have a perfect gameplay situation. So with the 3, it's very easy. You don't even necessarily have to prepare them much. And notice I've burned the potatoes. So I've burned the potatoes, and I think I made another mistake by not putting the sauce on the thing first. But I was lucky enough that it was quick enough not to lose any money. Burning the potatoes, so it's not intentional, but I wanted to illustrate that when you burn something, you don't have to necessarily throw it away, because if you throw it away, you're gonna lose the money from throwing it away. But if you can still manage to keep going, because there's still some space left to cook, you can avoid losing that money and still maintain a perfect gameplay scenario. Here it's getting towards the end. There's only 9 left, and it's pretty smooth sailing from here if you manage your time correctly. Because if it gets really hectic, you can just start pressing only 1 coin. You can get 2 coins if you're on a rhythm. So nothing too difficult. And obviously it's much easier to have the zucchini machine than if you simply had to get the zucchinis slowly out one at a time. As you notice that little dragging mistake when I tried to get the yellow drink over, that mistake would have cost you the perfect gameplay if the yellow drink was the last thing you had to give him, because the time it takes for you to get it back, the little bar would go down a little bit. So it's a little bit lucky that the yellow thing only missed on the second order. And when you have 2 things, it really, you have a lot more time to get the 2 things. But on the last thing, if you made that mistake, you would lose some money in tips. Okay, so I've burned out the potatoes now, but it's a good thing that there's only like 1 customer or 2 customers left, so it shouldn't be too big a deal, and they all just want 2 things. So 2 things is really easy, especially when you got half of them already prepared on the table. And there you go. That's going to be a perfect gameplay. It's also 3 stars in this case, but you might not get 3 stars with perfect gameplay just because you might not have the upgrades on the price that you need. Okay, thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.